Renovation and lease agreement, a new private partnership set to bring changes to Progressive Field. What this means for you, the Cleveland Indians, and the team's future. Flying high for gold.
I always knew she could do it, but to have her actually do it is it's just so nice.
Katie Nageotte is a new hometown hero as she's set to bring the hardware home to Olmsted Falls.
Not so full of spirit.
So we've had to come back and forth 2 days in a row.
More cancellations and delays for Spirit Airlines. We talk to frustrated travelers, and we'll talk about what rights stranded passengers have. And today's Olympics Throwdown Thursday wraps up. Will it be Team Red or Team Blue that takes home our What's New gold? Thanks for staying with us. What's New starts right now.
And now, live from WKYC Studios, this is What's New.
Ah, yes, Throwdown Thursday, the trifecta, the last day.
The dramatic conclusion
of the What's New Olympics. We'll talk more about that coming up in a little bit. Lots of fun to be had there, surely. But in the meantime, on this gorgeous Thursday afternoon, I'm Betsy Kling alongside Jay Crawford. Happy Thursday, everybody.
Yeah, very good Thursday afternoon to everyone watching at home. Thanks so much for choosing What's New. Betsy, a good Thursday afternoon to you as well. Beautiful day out there. I don't know that it can get any better.
Well, we'll have to wait and see what Matt has to say about that.
It's going to be tough to beat. We begin today with good news for the long-term future of Major League Baseball in the city of Cleveland. A new agreement has been reached to renovate Progressive Field and extend the existing lease.
Now, there are a lot of moving parts to this and what it means for the Cleveland baseball team. The Indians, soon to be the Guardians.
Mark Namick has been following this story very closely for months now, and he walks us through what's new.
Opened in 1994, Progressive Field could remain the home of the Indians and the soon Guardians until 2036. But first, elected officials must sign off on a deal to renovate this stadium at a cost of $435 million, 60% of which comes from you, the taxpayers.
This is a good victory, frankly, for everyone. It's good for the team. It's good for the city, good for the county, good for the state, and very good for the fans.
The governor joining top city and county officials and the team's owner in announcing a 15-year lease extension with the ball club that begins in 2022 and requires a major makeover of Progressive Field. The estimated cost, $435 million. The team promising to kick in $150 million. The city pledging to use parking garage revenue, taxes on sports and concert tickets, and other sources to cover $117 million. Cuyahoga County will tap taxes on alcohol and cigarettes, hotel stays, and its general revenue fund to add $138 million. The governor pledging $30 million from the state, though he couldn't say yet where the money will come from. Mayor Frank Jackson says the deal's a good one, regardless of speculation the team was considering relocating to a city with a newer ballpark.
We don't have to be threatened to make the right decision.
The county executive also defending the deal.
With the lease coming up, we had three choices: renovate the stadium, build a new one, or risk losing the team. To their credit, the Indians never threatened to sell or move.
The team's goal was to get a ballpark on par with market competitors, says Paul Dolan. Its initial plans include redoing the Terrace Club, the top concourse, and expanding the dugouts.
Was instead just get us to a point where we're comparable to our peers, the Cincinnatis, the Pittsburghs, and the Kansas Cities of the world.
The city and county councils still have to vote on the deal, but first they'll hold hearings, and an issue sure to come up is the fact that past stadium deals have cost more than originally planned. I'm Mark Namick, 3 News.
One to follow there for sure. Well, now to Tokyo, where there's great news to report for Olmsted Falls native Katie Nageotte.
Yeah, that smile is a gold medal smile because Katie is bringing home a gold medal. This after winning the top honors in the women's pole vault finals this morning. Will Ewick was up early this morning to check out a watch party in the city where friends, family, and the entire community rallied around Katie to watch her fly live.
It's not every day that someone is on a ladder changing a sign.
I had it up all week, and they were afraid too many people were coming.
And opening a bar at 5:30 a.m. on a Thursday. But it's also not every day someone you know is competing for a gold medal.
Until this morning, I was actually pretty relaxed, surprisingly.
I am so anxious right now. I didn't get any sleep last night.
She loved it from the start, and she was really good right off the bat, but I mean, you never believe something like this can happen.
Oh, gosh.
Katie Nageotte started pole vaulting in the 7th grade. Little did Katie's mom know then that all those trips with those giant poles would lead to this. An early morning emotional roller coaster ride.
This place is buzzing, and in the very first miss at 450, suddenly it's like, oh, hang on. Like, this is the Olympics, and everything's on the line.
I mean, there were points where you could hear a pin drop. It was just, I don't know. There were a lot of highs and lows.
Where practically the entire town was gathered one place or another, dying with each miss and erupting with each clear.
Thought I was going to throw up. I was so nervous.
Until finally, with a gold medal on the line, euphoria.
I can't even put it into words. I don't even know what I'm thinking. It's just a dream come true. I'm just so happy for her.
That was absolutely surreal.
I always knew she could do it, but to have her actually do it is just, so good.
She's better than everyone. But my God, she tested us patience.
So if people call off work in Olmsted Falls today, don't blame them. Because it's not every day someone you know wins a gold medal.
Katie's family tells me that they're already planning a meet and greet day out in Olmsted. Early date for that. They're right now looking at the 13th, but they'll have more information as we get closer, guys.
Just so awesome. I get chills. I get kind of choked up seeing all those family members get so excited.
I was up at 2:30 a.m. and I'm still riding high because of that party right there.
I think the coolest thing was how she sort of channeled her inner LeBron James with the Cleveland, this one's for you.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a goosebump moment. Also, I want to compliment you. A tremendous job with that piece. People at home may be wondering, why don't we see Katie's jump?
Yeah.
NBC has the rights to that video, and even though we are an NBC affiliate, that is embargoed for all media outlets until after the event airs, which it airs tonight in prime time, so you can see the whole competition unfold tonight right here on Channel 3. But it's tough to tell a story without the main ingredient, but I think you did a marvelous job.
Thank you. That is the one good news, though. If you didn't get up early and you want to see Katie and watch this, because this was a roller coaster, she didn't make every jump that she made. It had everybody on pins and needles. They're going to re-air it, so that'll be something to watch, and you can kind of follow along with the ending this time.
Can't wait to see it, certainly. Well, thanks a lot, Will. And coming up on the Olympic Zone with Jimmy, we'll have more on Katie Nageotte's gold medal win, and we'll look at athletes that protect and serve our country, along with training to win the gold. That and much more tonight at 7:30.
Right now, we turn our focus to the coronavirus. And while our numbers of new cases are down about 200 from yesterday, they still remain way above our escalating 21-day average. You see there on the chart, the number today, 1,969 new cases. That down just about 200 from yesterday's number. Also today, another Northeast Ohio county turns red. Medina County now joins Ashland, Richland, and Erie counties in the high transmission group.
Another story that we've been following today. She made us laugh, and she warmed our hearts for years as she brought us the news here in Northeast Ohio, and not just here on 3 News. Now, Robin Swoboda needs your prayers and healing energy. We learned this morning that Robin's breast cancer has returned. She is gearing up for treatment. Senior health correspondent Monica Robbins talked with Robin today to find out how she's doing. She's always got a smile on her face. She's always upbeat, but this is not news that you can just readily be upbeat about.
And no, she's not upbeat, but she is upbeat.
She's
That's
Robin.
the way she handles things. Absolutely. Yeah, Robin broke the news to her Facebook followers today after taking them along in videos to her doctor's appointments, as she's done in the past. She received her biopsy results online and learned that she has a cancerous tumor, and it did spread to a lymph node. Robin went through breast cancer back in 2017 and shared her journey publicly back then as well. She told me she wants people to learn from this one, though. She calls herself a casualty of COVID because her follow-up appointment was disrupted by the pandemic, and she doesn't want others to get caught in the same thing.
And I feel like, as with many other people, if I would have been able to get medical care last year, maybe I wouldn't be in this spot today. So my message is, if you've been putting something off, because you couldn't get in last year and you're like, I'll show them. Don't. Just go. Just make that appointment and go.
Robin already has a second opinion scheduled and a surgery date in the coming weeks. She knows she's starting another journey, but hopes we all learn from her and take self-care seriously. She has the ability to keep positive, but she brought up some great points with me regarding accepting the help of others, putting self-care as a priority, because really, if you can't take care of anybody else, or you can't take care of yourself rather, you can't take care of anyone else. And of course, she is very, very spiritual, and a prayer is a cornerstone in her life, so she's hoping others will share their prayers with her, as I know we all do here. We are sending her healing energy. We are Robin Strong, and I know, Bets, I can tell her from how you guys were with me. Yeah. It was unbelievable, and I know we're sending that right back to her.
Well, and in true Robin fashion, when she posted about going to get the mammogram again, she said, "Old Righty is acting up again." Yep. I mean, just so brilliant and so Robin, but she's a courageous woman, smart as a whip, so much fun, and genuinely one of the coolest people that I've had a chance to work with.
Absolutely. I mean, I put the entire interview on WKYC.com so you can watch it. But believe me, there was more laughing in that interview than anything dealing with a subject like this. So she's incredibly amazing and such an inspiration for all of us.
And beloved by so many here in Northeast Ohio. All right, thanks, Monica.
Sure.
Well, the chaotic travel headache of Spirit Airlines dragged into its 5th day today. Frustrated passengers demanding to know why the airline has canceled more than half its flights and when they'll be able to fly home. January Keaton joins us live now from Hopkins tonight with more on this story. January, good afternoon.
This has been such a nightmare for thousands of flyers all over the country. They're being stranded left and right at airports. Meanwhile, Spirit trying to scramble to fix the problem. It's just been terrible. Spirit began canceling flights last Sunday all across the country, stranding those flyers, causing the headaches. The low-cost airline canceled 19% of its flights on Sunday, 40% Monday, 61% Tuesday, 60% yesterday, and over half its flights today. Now, Spirit blames the problem on bad weather, staffing shortages, and technology problems. Now, I talked to Spirit ticket holder today. I ran into her. She's been stuck in Cleveland since Tuesday. She's a diabetic, and she needs to get back home to Atlanta for life-saving medicine.
They've canceled both flights. I have been out of my medication for 2 days. I only packed enough medicine for the duration of my trip.
Now, airline experts reminding folks that every time you buy a ticket to fly, you automatically subscribe to the airline's contract of carriage. That means it's only legally obligated to carry you from one destination to the next. They don't have to pay for a hotel. They don't have to give you another flight on a different airline. If there are any problems, they don't have to give you any extras legally. Even if they have no extra flights available, they don't have to put you on another airline. Now, Spirit says it's been working around the clock to fix the problem. Coming up at 6, we're going to hear more from that woman, Wanda. Her story is so tragic. Plus, we're going to hear from an expert who's got more on your rights when stuff like this does happen to you at the airport, Jay.
All right. Consumers have the power in who they choose the next time they fly. January, thanks.
Still ahead on what's new, tax-free weekend starts tomorrow. We have our lists, and they are long. I can't wait for this to happen. We have a look ahead to the savings and just how much families are already buying for back to school.
And boy, I just don't know how you do it, Matt Wintz. It gets better every day this week. I think this is the best weather week of the year, at least for my money.
Oh, we're almost done, Jay. We'll be back to, active weather center over here. But until then, enjoy it. More sunshine, falling back from the 80s to the 70s tonight for your outdoor dining forecast. Yeah, but things are changing, and those changes are getting closer to us today. We'll detail what the weekend looks like and a stormy week next week coming up.
What's New is sponsored by Cleveland Clinic, celebrating 100 years of care.
Well, another day, more sunshine, more heat. Jeez.
It never gets boring, though, does it?
It doesn't. Actually, we always have something we can talk about when it comes to the weather.
Well, this is a first. We give Matt a weather word every day on our 5 o'clock broadcast, in case you're new to the show. We've never done this, but today's weather word is a name.
Uh-oh.
And I thought, what the heck, why not? Katie. She wins a gold medal. I don't know. Maybe he can dedicate the forecast to Katie.
Oh, that's true.
It's up to Matt how he works that in. But come on, she won a gold medal. Let's get her in there.
Are you up to the challenge, Matt?
No, but I have no choice now. We're locked into the weather segment. Commercial break would have been nice to figure this out.
I bet he does it.
Yeah, we'll get it. That's fine. You know, there's not really a whole lot of weather to talk about, at least not today. Things will start to change this weekend. We continue to slowly dial up the heat a little bit across the area. You notice that today we're generally mid-80s, lower 80s up towards the lakeshore. Lake water running about 75 degrees right now. Another dry day dew point-wise. Dew points in the 40s and 50s. That is just some really comfortable air, friends. And that comfortable air is really just locked in across the Ohio Valley. North and east of here, that's where the drier air is. Look at what's happening in the plains, though. The dew point's starting to rise. That humidity starting to build. It's collecting along something. That something's not here with the clear skies, but as we look out towards the west, we're sandwiched between the rain out towards the east and out towards the west. We've got this weakening system that'll be moving in. That will spread more clouds in here. Everything's moving slowly. One of the reasons why there's a big blocking ridge across the Atlantic. Look at this system. This is like a wrong way driver going back towards the west, so everything has to go up and along that. That's why we're stuck here across the eastern half of the U.S. But once that starts moving, you can see there's a little bit more movement off towards the north and west. That will get our pattern rolling again. And unfortunately, it will kind of move out the sunshine and nice high pressure we've had over the last few days. As we go throughout the evening hours, your National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast, keeping those skies clear. We're back into the 60s tonight, not quite as cool as previous nights. Tomorrow morning, if your name's Katie, you're going to enjoy your morning outside because temperatures are in the 60s. If your name's anything else, you'll be enjoying it as well. We should make it up into the 80s tomorrow. More clouds, though, arriving as we go throughout the day. You see how they kind of thicken up. Couple showers, say the models. We're going to keep us dry tomorrow. I think just increasing clouds ought to do it. High temperature is still on the hot side. We're going to make it up into the mid, even upper 80s down towards the south. Look at the dew points over the next 5 days. We churn that air mass muggy. Summer is back, not just for us, but the entire eastern half of the country. And that will yield shower and thunderstorm chances almost daily again. Your Union Home Mortgage 7-day forecast. Pair of 86s the next 2 days. We will have to watch for some storms on Saturday. Sunday looks dry but hot, up near 90. And then those storm chances move in. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We get locked in to that Floridian pattern that we've been talking about with those daily storms. Some of those could produce some heavy rain next week, but I think we need it. Even Katie needs it for her garden.
Yeah, I think
Very
we all
impressive.
need the rain. Yeah.
Very impressive.
That's a gold medal forecast. So, and I love the part, even if your name's not Katie, you're going to love the forecast.
Right.
I knew you could do it, Matt. You never let us down.
Let's do an easy one Monday. Thank you.
Yeah, you get a very easy one on Monday. Son. All right, after the break, what's new? Saving on school supplies. I got to tell you, nothing gets Betsy more excited than this.
I love tax-free weekend. I have a list. It is long. We are fired up, and we are going to be talking all about it coming up because it kicks off tomorrow. The sweet savings that you too can cash in on. I mean, come on, it's just the tax.
It's like free money.
It's the tax.
Yeah.
What, 8%? I think. Come on.
Welcome back to What's New. Oh, this is big stuff for Betsy because we're to Ohio's tax-free weekend. It kicks off tomorrow, actually. Of course, that's just in time for our back-to-school shopping.
Every little bit counts, doesn't it, everybody? It all adds up. And Marissa Sines has the breakdown of how to prepare if you do plan to take part in the savings.
Lindsay Vassallo has her hands full.
I have 3 kids, 2 are school-aged.
Prepping for a school year back in the classroom for a 4th grader and a 1st grader comes with a loaded to-do list.
Definitely new shoes every year, definitely clothes. They grow like weeds. They need a lot of supplies, multiples of everything.
That is sure to cost you big bucks.
Up to $500 easily for just 2 kids.
Heads up, this weekend is your chance to save. 3 full days of tax-free shopping starts Friday morning as soon as stores open.
2020 was a record, and now 2021 is looking to be the same.
The National Retail Federation says shopping is already hitting new records. Shopping for grades K through 12 is up 7.5%, 13% for those heading to college.
You can save on typically items that are $100 or less.
Plan to score deals on those essentials: clothing, shoes, backpacks, and school supplies. Looking for something specific? Consumer experts recommend hitting the stores early.
Retailers are anticipating running out of supplies in general.
It's a sweet save, knowing that you'll save 5.7%. On a $500 bill, you save nearly $30 at the register this weekend. But you can save even bigger.
You can combine that with other sales. And
now remember, it'll likely be busy at the stores this weekend, while many will be taking advantage of those deals. Don't forget your credit card or your patience. Marissa Saenz, 3 News.
I told you I already have lists. I have stuff picked out. I took Josie yesterday to try stuff on, so I know what sizes to get.
You're going in advance.
I mean, we are ready to roll. The other thing is, a lot of times the stores already know this is coming. They know this is a big deal.
Yeah.
So they roll out special savings, coupons,
So on top
extra
of
off, so you can get not only the percentages, but then when you check out, it's tax-free. Every bit counts.
Yeah. I'm telling you, I think you should host a shopping podcast.
I already told,
because you're a pro
and
at
it's
this.
not just kids stuff. Keep in mind, it's all clothing
Everything.
and shoes up to $50. I got my parents looking at stuff. I mean, we stock up for the family for the year. It's a great time to be able to do
I love it. All right, next on What's New, it's an exciting night as football returns with the Hall of Fame game. We can't wait for that later tonight. A look ahead as the NFL preseason kicks off tonight in Canton.
Plus, of course, the games continue in Tokyo, and some of these Ohio athletes are winning big and ready to bring their hardware home. Will Ewick has a breakdown of 4 athletes and their big moments over the last 24 hours next.
And now, live from WKYC Studios, this is What's New.
Here are 3 things to know as we kick off the second half hour of What's New. First up, a new private-public partnership between the Cleveland Indians and local officials to upgrade Progressive Field and extend the stadium's lease through 2036. Now, this is just an agreement. It comes as the lease was previously set to expire following the 2023 season. Cuyahoga County Executive Armand Budish says the agreement is worth $435 million and is subject to the approval of the City Council. No Cuyahoga County resident taxes are tagged on with this agreement, and city officials say either renovations or a new ballpark had to happen for Cleveland to keep its Major League Baseball team.
Well, turning now to something new on the COVID vaccine front. Today, Moderna joined the conversation on boosters, saying people who got the Moderna vaccine will need a booster shot to fully protect them against the virus. The company says its vaccine still remains highly effective for at least 6 months after the second dose. The booster would be needed before winter, since Moderna expects neutralizing antibody levels to continue to wane. Moderna expects to complete its submission process for full approval of its vaccine to the FDA this month.
And football returns tonight with the Hall of Fame game between, how about this for a classic matchup, the Cowboys and the Steelers. Feels like 1975 all over again. It's the start of the NFL preseason, and it's a big deal, too, because as you remember, the Hall of Fame game was canceled last year, along with the Centennial Enshrinement. Kickoff tonight set for 8 o'clock. It's also the kickoff to Enshrinement Week. That, of course, will include the class of 2020 and 2021, and that includes quarterback Peyton Manning. Events will continue into Monday night. Good to see that back, because I know we all missed that last year.
Yeah, I had a lot of folks saying that they really appreciate the nice weather for that so far. So fingers crossed through the weekend.
Send thank you notes to Matt and Betsy for
Mostly
this beautiful
Matt.
weather.
He's been on point, at least right now. Once we hit
Okay.
6 o'clock, then you can send them to me.
Very good. With that, we welcome you back inside our 3 News studios with Betsy Kling. I'm Jay Crawford. This would have been an ideal day to do our entire show outside.
True.
I really think that we should have done that.
Well, we'll have to kind of keep that on the burner one of these days and, get to do that. There's a lot of setup that goes with that.
I know, but it was just so beautiful. Why are we inside? Matt, why are we
Jay just
inside?
waltzes in and sits down.
Yeah.
Well, here we
what
are.
are we doing the show today?
Hey, how is things? I got to tell you, this morning, not too many people were up really, really early, but when I finally got up, first thing I looked at, I was looking up what happened with Katie Nageotte.
Yep.
So excited. And guess what? The Olmsted Falls native is a gold medal winner. She did it. Katie Nageotte, pole vaulter, gold medalist.
Big deal. And Katie brings a gold medal home, but there's a lot of other athletes that are going to be bringing hardware home. This has really been a successful Olympics for our Buckeyes. They've done very well there.
Well, in just the last, 12, 13 hours, I mean, it's Christmas in August because it's silver and gold and silver and gold in the Buckeye State.
I like that.
I mean, it's been crazy. And an emotional morning, as Betsy was talking about, out in Olmsted Falls. Katie Nageotte, former Olmsted Falls Bulldog and Ashland University Eagle, now a gold medal winner. Wasn't easy. Katie actually began the morning by missing her first 2 jumps, really putting the pressure on herself, but she was able to nail it on that 3rd try and then get into a little bit of a groove there, including when she cleared 4.9 meters, proved to be enough, proved to be the golden jump. And that was the reaction to that golden jump out at Fat Little Buddies, where Katie's mom, brother, sister, boyfriend, many family and friends gathered. All so excited for Katie. What a way to kick off their morning and Katie's morning. Well, it's Katie's night actually out there. And celebrations also going on down in Columbus, where Joe Kovacs tossed up a distance of 22.65 in shot put, earning him the silver medal. Now get this, Ryan Krauser, Jay, you and I talked about him. He's from the U.S., he won gold. Tomas Walsh of New Zealand won bronze. That's the exact same 3 athletes in the exact same order who all medaled in Rio. Some things never change. Kovacs happy about it.
Feels good. We got the job done. The biggest goal was to make sure we came back with some hardware to the United States. We're breathing a little easier now because we got that job done. Of course, I wanted the gold, but I'm really happy. Ryan Krauser's got the gold. I got the silver. We've been trading medals back and forth this whole time, and I'm happy they're both coming home to the United States.
And then back on the mat this morning, Dayton's David Taylor. He's the 2-time NCAA champ from Penn State. Hard-fought bout here with Hassan Yazdani. This one came down to the wire, but Taylor really able to sneak in a point under the buzzer to get him the gold medal freestyle wrestling 4-3. He was on a tear. He really earned that one. And then back in the ring, Cincinnati's Duke Reagan, also in a close one. This really could have gone either way, but 3 judges to 2 gave the win to Russia's Albert Batyr-Gaziv, handing Reagan his first loss at the Olympics. But Reagan gets the silver medal, brings it home to the Buckeye State. What a run for him. What a run for all 4 of those athletes. 2 golds, 2 silvers for Ohio, as we said, just in the last 12, 13 hours.
So exciting. It's so fun to watch, and we get to relive it all tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. That's going to be a fun one to watch. Yeah. And it's nice because you know that it has a happy ending.
Yes.
Yeah, I know. It's so much easier watching an event that you have a vested interest in when you know the outcome.
Yeah.
You can really enjoy it a lot more.
Yeah.
Takes away the nerves.
you feel better. You don't have a backache, or you don't tense up. You don't have a headache afterwards.
I know, a lot less stressful. Will,
Yep.
thanks.
Yep.
Another terrific job. Coming up on the Olympic Zone with Jimmy, more on Katie Nageotte's gold medal win. Plus, we have a look at Olympic dreams realized by the thinnest of margins. Also, dreams lost by that same razor-thin margin. That much more tonight. Olympic Zone with Jimmy, 7:30.
And we have a quick mention that we want to sneak in here. We just learned that Akron Children's Hospital has a new president and CEO. Christopher Gessner will be taking the helm of that position on October 18th. He succeeds Grace Wokulczyk, who served in that capacity since 2018. So congratulations to them.
Well, the games continue in Tokyo, but here at our WKYC studios, they are over. Which team from our What's New crew takes the gold? Oh, high drama bets.
Oh, those pants, sorry. And starting them out young, the must-see pictures of possibly the youngest Olympians ever. Oh, little tiny humans. All right, Matt, we have lots to talk about as far as this forecast goes. The weekend is almost here.
Yeah, it is. We've got a little haze from wildfires out west. That has kind of sneaked back into northeast Ohio. We're going to clear it out with some rain over the next couple of days, though, but not tomorrow. That system off towards the west will fade as it moves in, but we've got some heat and humidity after that. We'll take you through it coming up.
The Summer Games Medal Count is sponsored by Dollar Bank. Let's get you there.
So I love to clue people in about what we chat about. We have our daily forecast talk between 3:30 and 4, and we talk about the forecast. And the last 3 days, each day, Matt has been like, do you know how low the temperatures were this morning?
Right.
It was so chilly this morning.
It's like, what else did I say, Betsy? At-home problems? Or no, I'm just kidding. Everything's fine.
You get so excited, like, you know, we nerd out over small things, but actually temperatures in the 50s in the morning in August is not really a small thing. It's kind of a big deal.
It's not. You know, model guidance, you know, the models that we look at are the same ones that get put out on a lot of phone apps. And, you know, that's guidance towards our forecasts. And the numbers have been way below guidance the last couple mornings. And Betsy, you alluded to this when we were putting the forecast together. It's just so dry. We don't have a lot of moisture in the ground. Dew points are so low, so that air, when it's cool and when it's dry, it heats up and cools down quickly. So putting some stats together, boy, I really dig it here. August mornings in the 50s. We've had 4 mornings in a row in the 50s at Hopkins, right? So how rare is that? Well, it's not really that rare. The longest streak was 10 mornings in August back in 1953. That was late August, right? Lower sun angle, but this was early August. The runner-up back in 1883. We all remember that one, but certainly not rare territory. We can get some really comfortable mornings in August. Well, the streak's going to be over, I think, after tonight. We're back into the 60s tonight, not quite as cool. And the reason why, over the next couple mornings, these are your temperatures you'll be waking up to. Notice how they climb up into the 70s by next week. That's because we're going to flip up that moisture. Still not a lot of it right now. Dew points in the 40s and 50s, but you can see it's building off towards the west. We've got high pressure centered right over Ohio right now. The return flow around that grabs that Gulf of Mexico moisture, brings it northward, and it's starting to build, and it tends to pool along cold fronts, which we'll have sliding in from the north. So, you know, muggy meter, we got the little graphs, stuff like that. But how about an emoticon, right, in terms of what it looks like? So as we get it into tomorrow, we're going to be kind of like the meh. And then as we get into Saturday, we're going to be kind of like the oh. So not too bad around here. It's getting worse. I need to get out of the way of this. This is cute. I ripped that off the web. I didn't build that myself, but certainly going to be feeling a little bit stickier around here by the time Saturday rolls around. Then next week, it really gets sticky around here. Speaking of sticky, well, we don't have any rain to deal with now. Off towards the west, this system we're still going to look at. It's going to fade as it moves in. You can see with your national design, our big picture look as it moves in. We lose a lot of the rainfall chances, but the boundary's still going to be there. That may trigger some showers and thunderstorms on Saturday, so keep that in the forecast, especially later in the day. Keep that in your plans. Sunday, we look to dry up, and then as we get into next week, we really crank up the rainfall around here in terms of shower and thunderstorm chance. You can see how it's kind of arriving from the west. That'll be the trend next week. Union Home Mortgage 7-day forecast, 86 the next 2 days. There's your storm chance on Saturday late in the day. Sunday's hot and dry. And then next week, especially late Monday and then really Tuesday, Wednesday, we're talking highs still on the steamy side, but those storm chances really start to creep up. Jay?
All right, Matt, thank you very much. Today's Show Us Something Good comes to us from St. Luke's Health System in Kansas City. Newborn babies there were wrapped in crochet onesies, all homemade by nurses who work in the hospital. This is amazing. They posted these pictures on Facebook saying, Mini Team USA has been making their parents proud since day one. Look how adorable.
I can't even.
They also say, let the games begin.
Oh,
it's unbelievable. You got a weightlifter there, perhaps, and I saw a swimmer with some goggles. Congrats to all the parents, the babies on Mini Team USA, and especially thank you to the staff there who made this adorable, memorable moment happen.
Oh,
is that not precious?
You can tell they had a little bit of fun with that, but boy, what a great stress reliever for them too.
No kidding.
Really cool. All right, well, speaking of Olympics, it's time, everybody. Team Blue versus Team Red in the final round of games between our What's New family. That's right, we have the champion ahead in this week, the edition number 3 of Throwdown Thursday. Boy, I really sold that one.
I wonder if Mike Tirico's going to show highlights of this tonight in prime time.
He could.
I know him. I can send him a clip. Doubt he'll run it. Then we go live to Tokyo where the games continue there. A couple of upsets, in fact, and some men's track and field, but some big wins for basketball and baseball.
Matt, how are you? Okay.
is Throwdown Thursday.
Yes, it is.
And today is our final Olympic Games between our What's New family members.
Yeah, so right now, in case you haven't been keeping track at home, the competition's tied. Each team, blue and red, has a gold and a silver. It comes down to the third and final competition. Who's going to win it all? Roll the tape.
Welcome once again, competitors, to the Throwdown Thursday Olympics. Team blue, team red, we are all tied up. 1 win to 1 win. It all comes down to this, water sports. The first water sport that we'll be competing in right now is the water balloon toss. See, it's like essentially a wet skee ball situation. First competitor, step up to the line. Ooh, no. That went through the 50. Overhand. No, I didn't. Okay. Make it. I think that went in. That went through. That's a 10. Red team win.
I'm so excited I made one.
These are all water sports-based questions. Question 1. Which of the following is not nor ever was an Olympic event? A, canoeing. B, artistic swimming. C, parasailing. D, 200-meter. I saw the flag from Jay first. Parasailing is correct. Next question. Which of the following is not nor ever was an Olympic event? A, solo synchronized swimming. B, wakeboarding. C, motorboating. Or D, plunging for distance.
My team goes with motorboating.
It is actually wakeboarding.
Oh.
Wakeboarding. Motorboating was an event somehow. In what year was swimming made open for women? The answer is 1912. Point goes to blue team.
Mark Spitz.
Mark Spitz is correct. He said it with confidence. Michael Phelps has won 23 gold medals. How many medals has he won in total? 28 is correct. Wow. A good victory to the blue team. Final competition teams, it all comes down to this, the water balloon toss. Who's the most gentle? Who shows the most teamwork? You are each going to step back when I tell you to, and toss. And turn, and toss. Now, step back 1 foot. All right, there you go, and toss. One more step back. Very good. Step back, and toss.
Monique, our producer, the heart and soul of this show, is the one who missed it. She's going to be so mad we put that video in because she's not here today.
Slow motion.
She is going to be so mad.
Oh my goodness. Well, you know what? I want to lose with dignity and class.
Right.
I want to first congratulate Team Red. It was so much fun. So much fun. But I also need to add this because Mo would really take issue if I didn't. There was a little bit of a controversy. We didn't put it in the piece
Always.
here. But you can see the controversy and decide for yourself who won on the What's New Facebook page,
Yes.
right? Is that where it's? I think that's where it's posted.
There was another event that was not included. We decided to drop it.
Yeah.
Of course, there's drama.
Yeah, because we won that event, which would have put us.
One team decides the rules when another team is not aware of what's going on, just like week 1. So
we made up the rules to this as we went along. When one of your balloons.
We weren't making them up. You guys were making them up.
Wait, watch this. Kira, remember she threw the water balloon and it didn't break?
Exactly.
But it didn't go through a hole. So she goes, oh, it didn't break. I get to throw that one again.
Everybody agreed, though. That wasn't a change in the rules.
Listen, it was so much fun.
Yes.
And I congratulate the winning team.
Thanks. Yeah. You guys were really fun to work with.
Stephanie over there, you're a lawyer. If you had to litigate this controversy, you would say who won?
I would say that the red team won.
Obviously.
A discussion of semantics.
I think there's some bias there.
I'll lay it out on the What's New Facebook page. I'll give you the argument.
It was fun. Thanks. And thank you, Mo. I hope you feel better.
Oh, man. Again, that drama is on the What's New Facebook page. If you're not a member, request. We'll let you in.
Yeah, we will. We promise.
Thanks so much, everybody. So much fun. All right, up next, we have a report from Tokyo where the real games continue. From track and field, baseball, basketball, we have a look at the competitions and what is ahead today as the teams get ready to go again.
Hey, one sec. Sorry. I got you. Mic check, 1, 2, 3. Mic check. Mic check. Laura Queso's mic.
Yes, hi. Hi, I just had to run to my car and get my glasses. This is January Keaton. I'm doing a story about folks being stranded at the airport.
One, two, three, four. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
I gotcha.
Oh, U.S. teams are advancing at the Olympic Games. They are going for gold in baseball and basketball, and Team USA is celebrating a big win on the soccer field.
Yeah, NBC's Liz McLaughlin has more now from Tokyo, Japan.
Towards Carly Lloyd, oh, what a goal! It's sensational!
A fight to the finish. The U.S. women's soccer team securing a bronze with a 4-3 win against Australia.
That's what this team does. We never give up. We always fight. We get to bring back a medal.
The U.S. men's basketball team one step closer to bringing back a gold.
Down the lane, and there it is.
After beating Australia 97-78.
One more game. It's been a journey, a fun one, us coming together as a team, and now we got one more to get.
The American baseball team also has one more.
It's a trip to the gold medal game for Team USA.
Advancing after a 7-2 win against South Korea.
Oh, he loves it.
Americans dominating in shot put. Reigning champion Ryan Krauser breaking an Olympic record to clinch his second gold medal. And Joe Kovacs taking silver. Another medal in women's pole vault, with American Katie Nageotte winning gold.
The United States has some ground to make up on the back stretch.
But Olympic dreams ended early in the men's 4x100 relay, when the U.S. team fell behind in a preliminary heat.
The U.S. is out of order qualified.
Track legend Carl Lewis was disappointed too, tweeting in part, "It was a total embarrassment." A near miss for the U.S. in the 110-meter hurdle.
Here comes the Jamaican, it's an upset! It's a massive upset!
When American favorite Grant Holloway finished silver.
And a sport making its Olympic debut, karate, is underway right now. Check it out. We've got a gi here. That's the uniform that you'll see the athletes wearing, and a belt. I haven't earned my black belt yet, though. There's two disciplines in Olympic karate. Kata, which is an individual athlete performing various forms, and that is judged. And then the combat that we think of, kumite, is what that is called. Japan is the birthplace of karate, but you'll have to get your fill here because it won't be on the schedule in Paris. Live in Tokyo, I'm Liz McLaughlin. Betsy, Jay, back to you guys.
Well, of course, the games are still going strong, but we are in the final days. How many medals are still on the line?
We've got quite a few and two really exciting matches today going for some gold medals. In beach volleyball, the A team, Alex Kleinman and April Ross, will be chasing after that gold medal and continuing the medal streak of 25 years for the U.S. getting a gold, or a medal rather, in beach volleyball. And then basketball, women's basketball, also going after a 7th consecutive gold in a game against Serbia.
Very exciting.
Liz, thank you very much. 7 straight golds. That's called dominance.
Yep.
Very well done. We're out of time. We're back tomorrow at 5, and we hope to see you then.
And what matters most with Russ and Laura starts right now.
Now at 6, lease extension. The soon-to-be Cleveland Guardians strike a deal that keeps the team in town for years to come. Mark Namick breaks down what's in it and how it could benefit the team and the city. Also, flight frustrations.
We've been trying to call nonstop. I haven't had any sleep. I have been up calling nonstop.
Canceled flights, ruined vacations. Passengers of Spirit Airlines speak out after days of delays. We're live from Hopkins on what travelers can do if they're stuck. Welcome back, football. The Pro Football Hall of Fame festivities officially kick off tonight with a historic game canceled last year because of COVID and Robin's new fight.
You know what it is, and you know, women every day are given the words, you know, you've got cancer, you've got breast cancer. So here we go again.
Our beloved Channel 3 colleague, Robin Swoboda, speaks out about her new fight against cancer.
From the WKYC studios, this is What Matters Most.
And good evening. Thanks for being with us. I'm Russ Mitchell.
And I'm Laura Queso. Tonight, the Cleveland Indians baseball team continues to make big news off the field. The team announced a tentative deal today with the city and county to keep playing at Progressive Field for another 15 years. Mark Namick breaks down the deal and what it will cost taxpayers.